Hello YouTube, how you doing? Let's see how many of you had this situation. They sent me to do a quick PM in a I think it was a bank. Anyways, it got just one rooftop unit. We got no history about it, no filter sizes, no belts, no anything, because this is the first time we're going. So I'm going to do a PM and also try to get information about filters and all that for our next visit. So I go pretty early, so I get almost at the same time as this place open, and I knock at the door and the guy show up, and I just told him, to the manager obviously, look, I gotta work up on a roof, I gotta get some filters replaced for you, belts, and make sure that the system is running on heat properly, that you got no problems. And the guy is, yeah, no problem, that's fine. So I just want to let you know I'm gonna park in the back and get my extension ladder, and I'm gonna be up on a roof. No problem. So I go up on a roof. It's a very old York. I'm pretty much sure it got at least 15 years. So I start getting all the information for filter sizes, belts, and model number, serial number, you know, the whole 9 yards. So I check the heat. The heat is working, no alarms, nothing. Everything is pretty much alright. Then I asked the guy, can you turn the heat on from your thermostat? I just want to make sure that everything is fine before I go. The guy turned the heat on the thermostat, the unit response, everything. It was beautiful at that point, until I opened the heat exchanger compartment, and the first thing I see is a probably 8 inches, probably more, 8 inches long crack all along the heat exchanger. Now these people has only one rooftop unit, so that's the only source of heat. So I hate when that happens, because I'm in a PM, I'm doing a preventive maintenance, and now everything changes 180 degrees, and I'm leaving these people with no heat when they had heat. And probably one of the worst thing is that they have a couple of cool days ahead. So at that point the guy was all nice with me. I'm coming down the roof, and I try to make this painless as possible. So what I do is I just do a paperwork. I call the management company, and I talk to them and say, look, this customer has a cracked heat exchanger. I have to shut the gas off for safety, and they got no heat, and this is the only source of heat. So you may want to contact these people and tell them, you know, get some heaters. I don't know how it's gonna work, but this is what is happening. And then I write down my report, and I talk to my customer. So I told them, look, I'm sorry man, but we got no heat. I said, why? Why you did? No, I didn't do anything. You got a crack in the heat exchanger. And the guy look at me like I'm talking Japanese, and I try to explain him in the easiest way for him to understand what a heat exchanger is and what the purpose for the heat exchanger is in the unit. And when I tell him about the carbon monoxide into the building, he understood right away what I was talking about. The guy didn't get mad, but anyways, I'm feeling like crap because I shut the system off and I leaving these people with no heat when I was doing a PM. Now, these people has been using this equipment for a long time, I'm guessing, and this crack is not something that it just happened right away. This crack, for the side of the crack, has been there for a long time. So I don't know how these people didn't complain about any headaches or nausea or anything like that, because I asked them, said, you didn't feel any headaches or anything like that lately? They said, no. So, well, long story short, I ended leaving this place with no heat. And I told them, look, try to get some heaters and try to keep this place warm as you can. gonna return as soon as possible. We're gonna either replace the unit or the heat exchanger for you. But I don't know about you, but even when I know I'm doing something right, because I'm concerned about the safety of my customers, I'm also feel bad because I leave these people with no heat. I guess you cannot win everything, you know. So in one occasion, this one it was even worse. I'm going for a service in a vitamin place, you know, vitamin store. They got 2 rooftop units. They calling for one of them not heating. So I go up on a roof. Obviously I talked to the manager previous to that. I'm going up on a roof and roller switch is tripped. So before I reset it, I start looking at the heat exchanger for cracks. You know, those 2 carriers they had, they were looking in pretty much good shape. But I opened them up. I opened the one with the roller switch problem. And first thing I found in the center of the tube is a gasket material strap with two like at those hoses clamps, you know. So 2 of them, probably like 8 inches clamps, holding the whole gasket material. So when I saw that, immediately I thought this gotta be a crack. That's the only way that they have anything like this. And yeah, I removed it and it was a huge crack under that gasket material. So that was the first thing. So I had to shut the thing down, took some pictures so I can show the manager. And I was looking at both of the units and they were looking the same. Pretty close serial number, so I thought, oh man, if this one it has a crack already, probably the other one it has a crack too. So I couldn't leave the place thinking that probably there is a hole in another heat exchanger, and if something happened, you know how it is, everything is gonna be alright until somebody's dead, and then everything happens. You know, for example, you're going up on a roof and you didn't check one of the units, then the next day everything happened in that unit that you didn't check. So I go to the other unit, and before that I shut the gas off and I tag the gas valve so nobody can turn it on, get the information about the unit. Then I move to the other one thinking that I hope I don't have a crack heat exchanger on this one too. I open the heat exchanger, same thing. A previous technician strapped a gasket material with 2 clamps on one of the tubes of the heat exchanger because it was cracked. So then I got the only 2 units that they have for heat. I have to shut the gas off for safety, of course, leaving these people with no heat. Now they called me for no heat in one of the units. The other unit it was fine, and I ended up leaving the place with no heat. That was a different story because the manager get mad at me, really mad. Say, well, you came over here because we need 1 unit fixed, and now you leave us with no heat at all. And even when I explained to them about the carbon monoxide risk, that it's a safety reason, a major safety reason involved, they didn't understand that, and they still complaining about no heat. Now why is the reason to call you to fix one equipment, you leaving us with no heat? And it makes you feel worse. You know, it's not that I want you, I'm not looking for a job, you know what I mean? Not even that. I show them my pictures so they can see what I'm talking about, and they didn't care too much. The whole thing it was, you know, now we got no heat. So what I can do, I just wrote down my report and I told them, look, we're gonna try to come back. You know, it was a management company between us, so all depends of approvals and prices and all that. So, but you know, we're gonna come back when we have an answer. But you know, again, I don't like to leave a customer like that, but in some cases you're against the wall, you know, your back is against the wall. What are you gonna do? You cannot leave the place, you know. I can even sleep if I leave a place like that, you know. So I just want to share this, some memories I had in my mind, and I would like to know, what do you think, or if you have similar situation to share with all of us. All right, guys, thank you very much. See you later.